Throughout history, certain moments transcend the headlines, etching themselves into the collective memory of humanity. Let me take you on a journey through the world's most famous news stories, the echoes of history that still shape our lives. It all begins in 1914 on the streets of Sarajevo. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand set off a chain reaction, plunging nations into the chaos and devastation of World War I. Headlines screamed, alliances crumbled, and millions marched, forever changing the world's political map. Then, the horrors of World War II. The world watched in shock as Pearl Harbor burned, as the D-Day landing swept across Europe, and as the unimaginable cruelty of the Holocaust came to light. Cities fell beneath mushroom clouds in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, forcing the world to reckon with the dawn of the atomic age. Out of unimaginable loss, a hard-won peace slowly emerged. But history isn't just war, sometimes it's hubris and heartbreak. In 1912, the unsinkable Titanic vanished beneath icy waters, leaving thousands lost and a world stunned. 17 years later, the 1929 stock market crash shook the global economy to its core, sending shockwaves that would last for decades. Amidst turmoil, voices for justice rose. Martin Luther King Jr. inspired millions with his dream, only to be silenced by an assassin's bullet in 1968. Yet his legacy endures, echoing through every march for civil rights and every call for equality. Tragedy struck again in 1963. President John F. Kennedy's assassination stunned a nation and marked the end of an era. But hope soared just 6 years later, as Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon, one small step that united the world in wonder and possibility. The power of the press was on full display in 1974 when the Watergate scandal forced Richard Nixon to resign. A free press proved stronger than any presidency, and democracy endured. Change surged across continents. The Berlin Wall crumbled in 1989, signaling the end of the Cold War, while Nelson Mandela walked free in 1990, heralding a new dawn for South Africa and the world. The world mourned together in 1997, shocked by the sudden loss of Princess Diana. Just a few years later, in 2001, the horror of 9/11 shook the very foundation of global security, reshaping a generation's sense of safety and unity. But history marches on. In 2008, the election of the first African-American president marked a turning point in the ongoing story of progress. And today, news remains the heartbeat of our shared experience, capturing the conflicts in Ukraine, the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, and the looming challenge of climate change. These are the echoes of history, the news that shaped our world. Join me as we continue to follow the stories that matter most, shaping tomorrow, one story at a time.